Assalamu alaikum students. Today's lecture is all about integers, rational numbers and real numbers. It's chapter number 2 of your D-1 book. So we start this chapter with negative numbers, and before it, I would explain some topics about like integers, number line, and negative numbers. So what are integers? Actually, these are the numbers which have a denominator equals 0, like we have studied that integers are uh, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on. So here as well, -5, then -6, -7, -7, -8, -9, or -10. So these numbers are called integers because their denominator is 1, obviously. So what is number line? You already studied that. If I draw a line just like this and show the numbers upon this line, like this is 0, and here the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on. Similarly, below 0 or before 0, the negative numbers -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, so on. Also, some numbers are between 2 and 3, like 2.5 or 2.6, etc. Similarly, here the numbers can be 5.5, 5.6, because 5.5 and 5.6 are greater than 5 or less than 6. Whereas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are the integers. And the numbers between the integers are decimal numbers and can also be written in the fractional form, like this. This middle number can be 1/2 or 0.5. So the negative numbers are numbers which are less than 0. So it can be -0.5, -1, -2, -3.5, or -5. So you can see that some numbers are negative integers like this. These are the negative integers. Some are positive, some are negative decimal numbers like 0.5, negative 0.5. Similarly, 5.5 in negative. So these are negative decimal numbers. We can also write in negative number the negative fractions, 1/2, -1/2, or -3/7. So all of these numbers are negative numbers. They can be integers or decimal numbers or some fractions. So we have categorized the different numbers, integers and negative numbers or positive numbers. Positive numbers can be decimal numbers as well, not only integers. So we'll apply this concept in exercise 2A, question number 1 of your D1 book. So the question number 1 is, from the given numbers, as you can see the numbers above, list the numbers that are positive integers. So we start from the beginning. -0.3 is not a positive integer because this is decimal number. 1/5 is a fraction, so it cannot be integer. 0 is neither positive nor negative because it is the middle in the positive and negative numbers. -5/7, again fraction, so we cannot write here. 4.33, it is a decimal number. negative 12. Negative 12 is a negative number. So, and then 10,001. 10,001 is a positive integer. So I'm writing here. Then 4, this 4 is a positive integer. All right. So we have found all the positive integers in the list. So next part 2, negative integers. So again, we start from the beginning. Negative 0.3, it's decimal number. 1 over 5 is a fraction. 0 is neither positive nor negative. Negative 5 over 7, fraction 4.33. Decimal number. Negative 12, it is an integer and it is negative. Then negative 2017, it is also an integer number and it is negative. So part 3, positive numbers. So positive numbers can be integers or fractions or decimal. So again, we start from the beginning. This is negative number, so we cannot write negative 0.3. 1 over 5 is a positive number. Although it is not an integer, but it's a number. 0, neither positive nor negative. Minus negative number 4.33, positive number. Then 10,001. 10,001 is an integer, but it is also a number. Then 4. So these numbers are positive numbers. Number 4, part 4, negative numbers. 0.3 negative. All the numbers which have negative sign are negative numbers. And then minus 5 by 7. Then negative 12. Then negative 1.5. Then negative 2017. So we have separated the positive numbers, negative numbers, and positive integer, negative integer from the list given in the question number 1. So moving towards next question. Question number 2, the statement is fill in the blanks below. Part A, if minus 6 represents 6 meter below sea level, then positive 30 represents, suppose this is the sea level, where is the surface of the sea. So below it, the numbers are negative, and above it, numbers are positive. So if I say minus 6 is below the sea level, so then positive 30 must be above sea level. Clear? So I'm writing here. Above sea level. Then part B, if positive 40 represents depositing $40 in a bank, then a withdrawal of $35 is it is actually positive 35 is represented by deposit. Means when you submit some money in the bank, and withdraw mean when you take out of the money from the bank. So if depositing means positive, then when you're taking out the bank, the money would be less in the bank. It means it is negative. So I'm writing here minus $35, or minus 35 only, because we are withdrawing the money from the bank. My part C, if minus 60 degrees represents a clockwise rotation of 60 degree, then plus 30 degree represents clockwise rotations, means along the clock, whereas Positive 30 must be opposite of the clockwise rotation, which is anti-clockwise or counterclockwise rotation. So I'm writing here plus 30 is it's opposite to the clockwise rotation. So it must be anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. Anti-clockwise rotation of 30 degrees. All right, part C done. Then part D, if positive 45 represents a speed of 45 kilometers per hour of a car traveling east, like we have these directions. This is north, this is south, this is west, and this one is east direction. So plus 45 is actually a speed of a car traveling east at this site. So negative 45 must be opposite to it. So it must be along west or towards the west. So minus 45 represents, I'm writing here, a speed of 45 kilometers per hour of a car traveling towards west. So this question completed. So I'm giving you some home assignment showing this. So this is your home assignment. Access 2A, question number 1 and 2 that I have done in this lecture. You have to redo these questions in your notebooks and then go to page number 27 and do practice now. Question number 1 and 2. All right. So this is end of this lecture. Allah Hafiz.